Hello everyone, I'm Farhal Imran and today I'll be telling you which most of the people in their minds they come that which programming language to learn in 2024. As you know, 2024 is already there and some of you is wondering what programming language to learn and some are panicking about as there are so many programming languages, so which is the best programming language to learn in 2024? So before that, let me slideshow. Okay. So before that, of course, it's 2024. AI is transforming and it's advancing. So most of the people they're panicking about will AI replace coders or not. So instead of stressing over whether AI will replace or not, why don't we take over AI? Means why don't you use AI as a tool and so that it does not replace you? For example, learn a programming language, use AI to enhance your productivity, and that's it. So, because AI does not have your creativity, so use it AI as a tool, and then you don't have to be stressing about it. Okay, now this question it remains now when you're starting to learn a programming language, so you have to select which field you want to go to, whether it's web development. Here you can see web development in which a person is making a website, app development is making apps of it, and game development, what games to make. So even in web development we have types in web development: front end web development and back end web development. So in web development, for example, if I go to Google or Facebook or anywhere, so when you see whatever you see the page, right? You go to a website, you see the page, so you see what is in the front of you. So that is front end, means the designing and the colors, the buttons, you see everything. And sometimes some even people say that this website it doesn't have the good colors or the color theme is not good or something like that. So that is front end development. So you lay out the website, you make according to it, and you add some beautiful colors to it, you beautify it, you add functions to it. And backend is it does not show front end. So backend is what it does in the behind. For example, when you go to Amazon, for example, and then you add to a cart, so this button that is functioning and that item that it took, and of course you need to write some code in it. Of course it's not from out of the world that it would just add it, so need to write code to it. So when you click that button and it is selecting what items you have selected and it adds to the basket, so that is happening in the backend. And then what happens after that, you may do checkout, right? You write your name, last name, email address, password, everything. Sometimes you sign it or register. So when you write all this and then you add the order and you add the address and everything. So when you add the order, so message comes to you, this is the order number, and even on your email it comes that this order has been made. And then on the back end what happens is that when you click that button, so all the details are gone to the website, to the not the website, the database. So the database, they have a database in which it says this is the person, this is the name, this is the phone number, this is the email, and this is the address, and this is the order, what he has made or she has made the order. So that is shown in the web database. So that is in the back end. So whatever, like you can say, behind the scene is happening, so that is back end. So what programming languages to learn for web development? So the main three that you have to learn for web development is, for example, if it's front end, then HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That is the main and the most basic ones that you've learned. HTML is for the structure of the website, and CSS is for styling. As how I said, that you see the colors, you see the button colors, you add the buttons and you make the sizes to it, or you make it bigger or small. So that is all done in the CSS. And then after that there's JavaScript. So the functioning of it is JavaScript. So whatever function you click the button, it goes to another page. So that is JavaScript. And for the backend, The languages you can learn is Java, Python, and PHP. So Java is object oriented, Python is also object oriented, and PHP is a scripting language. Python is easy to use and beginner friendly. Java is hard to learn, but you can still learn and it's fast. Even Python is fast. Now, what is game development? Game development is that what games you want to make. Or for example, you have interest in making games. Of course, on PS5 we play Horizon Zero Dawn, for example. Not Zero Dawn, Forbidden West. And even you play Call of Duty and all these games you play. Of course, you feel like some people they want to be a coder and want to make games. Or sometimes in there was even a game called Tekken 8, yeah, on PS5. This new game came out. So even this thing, so all the games and the originality and all this, it looks so cool. Even the water, when the character is going, even the water sounds come from it. So, or sometimes in the mobile games. Before, I remember when we used to be small, we used to have Subway Surfers, Temple Run, so that games and mobile games. Even now, there, and you can download it from like Google Play Store or App Store. So these games, even PC games, the Counter Strike and Valorant, that is also on PC. So most people want it to be a mobile game, but Valorant is a good game. So even in game development, you have the types that what type of game do you want to make, whether it's a mobile game or whether it's a PC game, means you can play it on PC, on your laptops or computers. Console games means like the PS5 games, the Xbox games. Those games are the console games. And even web games. Web games are those games that you can play on the website. Remember, you used to be websites, for example, Frev.com. Yeah, you go there and then you play games on it. So those are the web games. And mobile game developments where that you can play it on App Store. Like you can download it on App Store, like Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Okay, so the best programming language for game development is C++. So because it's a main language, why it is the main language, as most of the game engines use this language. But if you're using Unity, like if you want Unity to make games, the 2D games or the 3D games, then C sharp. Otherwise, you go for C++. So this is the main game for game development. And app development. So of course, app development used to make apps. So the game apps also. So normal apps such as fitness. Of course, you go the fitness apps. We have so many apps, even the alarm apps, the timer apps. These are installed. Okay, so we have the types of apps such as we have the native apps, we have hybrid apps. Okay, so native apps, there is that it means that the native app, either the app can run on Android devices or iOS devices, like the Apple devices, but not both. So you need to make different app, like you mean for Android it will be different, for iOS it will be different. And hybrid apps are the web apps, but they behave and act like native app, means you can even download it also. And the good thing about the business is that they build one version of the product, so they're less costly, such as the Instagram and Gmail. They're the two most popular examples of hybrid apps. Okay, so the web apps are that they run in a web browser and they're accessed on a mobile phone, and they don't require downloading. But they use traditional web development languages like HTML, JavaScript, and CSS to create. So if you even want to create web apps, you have to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So which programming languages to choose for web development? JavaScript, which is for web apps, means as I told you, even you can use a framework of it which is called React for more advanced and it's faster. For web apps, Kotlin and C++. So for Android and iOS apps, you can use C++. Kotlin also you can use, which is built for Java Virtual Machine. So Kotlin is that app, and it is fast because, as I said, in if you compare with other languages, Kotlin is faster. So that is all for my side. Thank you so much.